Hey guys, hi, Bryson here, and welcome to the show. And guys, you guys know before the year is over, we gotta go ahead, or maybe the year is already over. I don't know when this video is coming out, but we gotta go ahead and do some TikTok reviews, okay? Because I love TikTok finance advice. And by the way, there are some good people on TikTok that actually make content. I saw Graham on there. I saw Jasmine Batista on there. I saw the guy that does like all of the laundromat videos. Like, there's a lot of people over there that are actually making good content. But there's also a few people that I'm like, that advice is kind of very sus, very sus. But let's watch together and see exactly what's going on from one of my favorite Twitter accounts called TikTok Investors. Now let's watch together and see exactly what advice we have this generation. Okay, let's watch, guys. Let's watch. All right, let's see what's going on here.
Buy these NFTs for $50, and so like when you think about the concept of digital scarcity,
why is this quality so bad? It looks like a video from like the 80s or something like that.
And things that are, you know, they can't be copied,
that are easily reproduced.
That are easily reproduced.
Well, but they're not the same. Buy these.
Look at this. I love this guy, man. He's so honest. He's so honest. But yeah, you know, NFTs, they're pretty cool. I just made a video recently about how to create an NFT, how to sell an NFT. But like, you know, it's not like, I wouldn't do it for investing. If you want to buy something for fun, then do it to support your creators or whatever. But as far as like investments, not my game, and I would not recommend it. Let's keep watching here.
Shiba Inu has a huge shot of getting to $1.20. Breaking news on Shiba Inu coin. Elon Musk is expecting Shiba Inu coin to surpass $1.20.
Is expecting to get eaten. What is up with all these people and this and all these like random cryptocurrencies? You know, one thing, guys, it's like imagine if everybody is on this joke, but nobody knows it's a joke, and they all believe like, well, that's the joke, but what I'm doing is not a joke. It's like a whole joke, and everyone's a joke.
By the end of the year, this is
by the end of the year. Well, it's 4 more days till the end of the year.
Huge for Shiba Inu. If we look at the stats from just the past.
And by the way, look at the stats. Went up a whole bunch of percentages.
Last year, Shiba Inu has gone up 94.4 million %.
How many cryptocurrencies do you have? A lot of them. And how many of them did this? This one.
With the backing of someone like Elon Musk.
How do you make an investment only based on the back end of one person? It's kind of weird, huh?
And the fact that this is already.
It's called lazy investing. It's like the equivalent of if all I did was look at Warren Buffett's portfolio and do exactly what he's been doing. It's lazy investment because you basically just copying, but you don't know what the heck you're doing. You're only cheating yourself.
Grown 94.4 million % this year. Shiba Inu has a huge shot of getting to $1.20.
Huge shot. You just put all your life savings in that thing, and then you have a huge shot of becoming very,
to the
very
Chanel
rich.
store for Christmas.
Can I get this?
Wait, what happened?
When your boyfriend takes you to the Chanel store for
Chanel store. By the way, I used to think like Chanel store was like, you know, like a cool place, you know what I'm saying? Until I saw like a ring can be like $3,000, $4,000. A bracelet can be like $5,000, $10,000. It can be like a lot of money for all this stuff, you know what I mean?
Christmas.
Can I get this?
Whatever you want, Maria.
You can get whatever you want, Maria, but
Probably never going to financially.
I'm probably never going to finance your car right now. Oh my God, hilarious! And we are gonna be eating chicken fingers for the next 5
We're
weeks.
going to be eating chicken fingers for the next 5 weeks.
5 weeks? More like 5 years. Yo, those guys are hilarious. These things are like $5,000, $10,000,
he's
right?
buying it.
No way. I would leave that girl. Look at him. He's like, his hand is trembling.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
When your boy
That's crazy. So I don't know, like, am I in on the joke or is this not a joke? Because if it is what it sounds like, then that's crazy. Like, why would he buy that? What's this? This is like a little meme? This is like a little meme. Let's see. Telling my friend I bought a mansion at age 25 after years of hard work, learning how to growing up poor and sacrifice. Okay. What's the next picture? I'm a day trader. Link in my bio. Oh, yeah. One of those things. Look at my bio. Look at my bio. Look at my bio to learn badass stuff. All right, let's see her. Let's see her.
Killing it.
Okay, what's going on here? Like, all right, blur out the stuff, brother. 23-year-old becomes a millionaire off Safe Moon. Let's hear it. Okay.
This is what I'm talking about. I stopped checking my church wallet, man.
Okay.
It's going up by the thousands.
Okay. Okay.
I'm about to back up in here.
Okay. Yes, music is awesome, right?
You guys are insane. Safe Moon is the future.
Okay. Okay, guys. My only advice is, you know, I don't pretend to be an oracle to know everything. I don't, right? So one thing I will say, like, when you're doing this stuff, just make sure like you invest for like your future. You know, like in the boring retirement stuff, to make sure like you have a home, somewhere to stay. If these things don't work out, remember, right? Like if I get lucky, win the lottery, am I gonna waste all my money playing the lottery again? The answer is probably not, because I understand I got lucky. So if you do make millions of dollars from like one of these coins and all this stuff, and you're like, it's the future, blah blah, just recognize what happened. Did you get lucky? It takes, by the way, like a lot of no ego to say like, I got lucky and let me just clear out all my money, make it real, and invest it the proper way, and then just keep playing around with whatever's left over. But be careful with like keeping all your money in this thing and then hoping for it to go up all the way, because bubbles do pop and things do go down. So just be prepared. Okay, replying to comment, $800.
That's what I would do if I only had $800.
All right,
in fact, you know what?
What I would do is just grab that $800, buy some stuff from what's that place called again? I used to shop all the time. A lot of thrift stores, a lot of Goodwill, and just sell things on eBay and turn that 800 into like 5,000 pretty quickly.
This is what I would do if I only had $500. So we start with $500. I would deposit $500 into my futures account.
There's so much. I don't even want to say like irresponsibility, man, but there's so much information here, man.
That's what I did a month ago. And this is how much we've gone up since we started the challenge.
Okay. Wait, what are you at right now? You're at $6.4 million.
Challenge from $560 all the way to $3,500 in a month.
To $3,500 in a month. Why don't you talk about like the other side to this stuff? Like whenever like I mention like my portfolio and everything like that, I always say like, you know, this is what can go right, this is what can go wrong, right? And we have this in place so if that does go wrong, or when it does go wrong. But I hate videos. I'm sorry to say that word, it's a strong word, but I really do. I hate videos where everything is just like all positive. Like I'm not like a pessimistic person by any means, but I'm a realist person, right? So talk about like the other side of this stuff, right? Let's hear it.
Now that we have $3,500, we're gonna head over to OpenSea.io.
It's like every button is being clicked for me. Every single button is being clicked.
We're gonna look for an NFT collection that has good utilities.
Good utilities.
I found Billionaire Coyote Cartel.
Billionaire Coyote Cartel. Earn passive income with your NFT.
Which pays you by holding their NFT. So if I was to stake 2 of their NFTs, I'd be able to make $1,600 every 2 weeks.
Okay. What's the downside?
With 2 NFTs staked. And as you can see, there's some that are going for $600, $500, $400, and
What's the downside?
$500. We would only need $3,000 to buy 5 of them, which would make us $4,000 every 2 weeks.
This guy must be like a billionaire, right? Because we're talking about like you're making all this money, 3,000 turns to 4,000, like in passive income, you still hold the asset. So if you have like 10,000, like what does that turn into? Or like even 100,000, like why aren't you on the Forbes list yet, bro? I don't know about this stuff, man. Like I'm not here to say like, oh, none of this stuff is real, or because I'm not saying that. Like I understand royalty, I understand utilities of NFTs, I understand like all these little things from the background. I get it, but like, what about the education of people, like saying like, hey, this is what this does, and this is the downside, and this is the risk.
And that's an easy 10K a month. What would
Easy 10K a
you
month.
do if you only had $800?
What would he do if you only had $800? Got a job. that's a little messed up, but I would get a job, because like your job is gonna be like your seed capital. Like your job is your first investor. Looks like TikTok investors. Wait, what this said? TikTok investors is going to have content for many years now. Look at this. Among adults who use social media, financial advisors. I'm Generation Z, by the way. Apparently, I didn't know this. Millennials. So TikTok is, wow, a lot of us use TikToks apparently. Wow, Instagram. Where's YouTube? What the heck? Where's YouTube? Is YouTube non-existent now or something like that? I gotta flip over to TikTok now. I'm gonna start making those videos about like $800 a month and putting it on a thing. How it started, how it's going. Okay. Robinhood will give retail investors access to IPO shares. By the way, An IPO share stands for initial public offering, right? So it's like when a company is first going public and they're offering like to actually be an investor into the company. The problem is that every single person that's in this deal is trying to sell you on something. It's the most expensive, it's the most illogical thing because you're buying something with very little of a track history. So you're taking like a massive risk. So usually that's why Warren Buffett says like, okay, if I buy an IPO, there has to be nothing else in the current market where I can see like a whole track record of things. So usually not good. Let's see what the other picture says. Hood, Robinhood. Wow, look at this. Yeah, so it went down, I guess. I don't really care about things going down. Like as long as like it's like intrinsic value is fine. What's this? I'm dead. What's like this? Nothing I ever saw. Oh, I saw this movie. I saw this movie. I love this. It's crazy. It's like if you guys watch what's this show called? I forgot the show, but it's like South Park, right? It's hilarious. You gotta watch this movie. Like nothing I ever saw. All the kids are adults. Complete murder and carnage. Everything seemed calm at first, but then this guy in a suit shows up talking about investing. Yo, I'm telling you, man. Like sometimes. Like the fake world here with like all this like cartoon stuff be like catching up to the real world real quick. Next thing you know, these people over here started chanting hodl hodl and their NFTs started mooning, and then these guys over here started saying those guys right there right clicked them and called for a pump and dump, which made pump and dump. These guys beat the living hell out of anyone who said it was just FOMO. Oh my gosh. And died screaming that it was. All right, it's getting a little bit too crazy, but you gotta watch that movie. You gotta watch it. Tank it all on zero.
Stress just like this, and I'm talking to some boomer 40-year-old Wall Street analyst fun baby, and he looks me straight in the eyes and he says, "You realize you won't be able to beat the marketplace." He says this while I'm wearing Nike shoes, drinking a Coca-Cola, and I'm up 5% on the day on my Apple iPhone.
And I'm up 5% on a day on my Apple iPhone.
To tell the guy, all I could really tell him was, bro, wake up, man.
Wake up, man. By the way, the joke here is, I cringe when I watch these videos. The joke here is to say like you can time the market, you can make a bunch of money, you make 5% a day. And by the way, the average investor makes like 8 to 12% a day. And I shouldn't say that. That's the average investor knows what they're actually doing. Like, for example, like the boring guys like me. But like the real average investor, according to JP Morgan, makes around like 1% a year because they're that terrible. So like 10, 20, 30, 40 years of history shows you it's impossible to time the market. You can't really time it because there's a lot of unknowns and things you just don't know. And people confuse like luck and like chance with like skill. So when you're like having like I'm 5% today, what about all the times that you haven't been 5% up? And sometimes you lost money. Like why not talk about that also? So you know what I mean? Like when I hear these, I'm just saying like, okay, let's see what happens like in 10, 20 years. And I hope in 10, 20 years like you took your money and you did something with it and like you're still very wealthy and all that stuff. But it's like long term. You gotta think about long term perspective. That stuff is very important, yo. What's this? The masculine urge to find a single mom and spoil her because I'm a day trader making 6 figures. What is this? Oh, is this just a picture? This is ridiculous. Like who has that masculine urge?
Is a productivity in a day.
What's this?
Right? Because
64 hours a week is what you meant to say. Let's hear this.
I get 64 hours of productivity in a day. Okay. Right? Because 8 times 2, I'm working 16 hours, times 2 in efficiency, that's 32 hours of productivity, and I'm twice as statistically successful. I get 64 hours of productivity. So in a day.
And by the way, this isn't crazy, right? I don't want to work 16 hours a day. Like that's just me. I don't want to work for 16 hours a day at all. But it's not crazy to say that because it's kind of like I might work from like 4 a.m. to like, I don't know, like 12, 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Right? But then because I kind of like delegate some work, I'm able to get more hours in of work, but I'm not actually doing the work. I'm delegating and so on, right? But yeah.
If I stay focused and actually am productive for 64 hours in a day.
64 hours in a day.
When you think that most people work 40 hours in a week and they're not focused for 40 hours, so they're probably getting between 10 and 12 hours of productivity.
That's a fact.
in a week. And if I made my main goal 64 hours of productivity in a day,
I think his logic is through like delegation most
you can
likely.
imagine why, you know, I'm more than 100 times successful in what I try to do and why I can do so much more.
That's valid. That's valid. And I don't know who this guy is. I don't know what the heck he sells or whatever. But I will say, like, productivity and just doing busy stuff is just ridiculous. Man, just multiply random numbers together. No, I get it. I get the logic. It's not that crazy of a logic. I get it. What's this? Can AMC really hit 100K per shares? Part 2. $23 per share. Yo, what's going on? Forget AMC 100K per share. TikTok, it could hit 1 million.
I believe and haven't done any research, but there's some people who are involved and just genuinely don't.
AMC holder since $8. How in the world does this even go to 1K, let alone 100K?
I don't think it can go as high as we're saying it can, which is fair.
Guys,
like I said in my first video, I want to break it down to mathematics.
Mathematically
speaking, it is statistically possible that AMC can reach.
Mathematically speaking, statistically possible, it is possible that I can be a millionaire by tomorrow. What are the odds? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about?
A share to 500 or even $1 million a share. Now it seems insane, right? Well, it's actually not crazy when you take into account the geometric mean and how many people we know.
Geometric mean. You know what I learned, guys? When people start saying words, and you might say, Tommy, it just might be just because you're dumb, right? No, I learned this from Charlie Munger, like one of the most intelligent people like ever, like in my opinion. And he just says, Tommy, when something sounds like very complicated and you got to think a lot, usually is BS. Like a lot of really good ideas are very simple. Like it doesn't take like a whole scientist. I remember I read the story about, it was in this book. I think it was called Random Walk Down Wall Street, where they got all these mathematicians with PhDs to try to beat the market. They went bankrupt in less than 5 years because it doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? So sorry, dude, not interested. All right, let's look at this clickbait stuff. You're in luck, Finwit. What does it say? Let's see. When the finance bro with a dad bod asks what we should do. I don't get it. I don't get that one. Let's keep moving on. How to make $1 million with very little effort.
You're gonna want to sleep in your car outside of a Marriott.
And by the way, you gotta know like what you're willing to do to get to your goal.
And go through the side door between 6 and 8 a.m.
6 and 8 a.m.
And then find your way to the breakfast buffet.
Okay. And that's pretty clever because they don't really check anything. But do you feel like you're stealing because you're not paying for that? Like, does your conscience tell you you're stealing? Because you kind of are.
You're going to want to grab as much as you can, but the key here is to make it look like you fit in. Don't be too suspicious.
It's literally stealing, bro.
The average breakfast cost is between $15 and $20 a day.
Yo, this guy's capping. Like, where's this guy from, bro? Like, what are you talking about? You can buy some eggs for like $4, like 2 dozen eggs. You buy some bacon for like $4, and then you make breakfast for like the whole week. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, where do these numbers come from? Like, where do people pull these numbers out of?
Over the course of a week, that's $100 in savings.
This guy's a robber.
$400 a month invested into the S&P with an 8% growth over 40 years should give you a nice retirement of over $1 million. It's crazy what compound interest can do.
It's crazy what robbing Marriott can do to you, land you in jail. I remember I used to do these type of dumb things. Let me tell you, not really stealing, but it was stealing. So I won't lie about it. It was stealing. You probably did this too before, guys. But whenever I would go to Chipotle, I would ask for a water cup, and I wouldn't put water in the cup. That's stealing, by the way, because it's meant for water, and the soda or the lemonade or the Sprite is more expensive. And I remember a friend of mine was like, yo, Tommy, you know if you get caught doing that stuff, like it's like petty theft. Like it's just like, let's say, for example, the manager has a bad day and he wants to call the cops. It's petty theft. And like, imagine you trying to get a job with a petty theft on your record. It's just not worth it. This is stupid. Don't steal. This is bad. Just get a job. Get a job. You probably have a job, but just buy your own breakfast and stop living in a car. That's ridiculous. We deserve this market correction. Let's hear this. Oh, I seen this clip. It's not really funny. What's this? Let's see this. It's hunting season. Finding a dad bod. Finance. I don't get this. It's my second one. I don't get it. Oh look, this is the man's just flawlessly described a Ponzi scheme. This is the Dogecoin millionaire guy, right? Isn't he? Didn't he lose a bunch of money potentially? I don't remember.
If we piggyback off of my first reason of community, and now we have a goal, right? So the goal to get to $1, we have everybody kind of encouraging everyone else to buy
I see how this can be a Ponzi.
more Dogecoin, because now it's like,
you know how crazy thing is? It's like there's no investing behind this whole idea for most people. It's just like, it's called the greater fool's theory. It's like a science behind, well, not science, it's like more like economics terms, okay? But it's like you're finding somebody dumber than you to go ahead and invest into these things, right? Just for the sake of like trying to make money. It's a weird thing.
right, if I get it, then I have it at a certain price. If you get it, you have it at a certain price. And if we get more people to buy it, the value goes up, right?
And then we can make
As soon
money.
as the value goes up, I make more money, you make more money, they make more money.
What happens with the last people to get in though?
Oh, wow. So let's get more people to buy it, and then the valuation goes.
Sometimes people need to shut up. No offense to this guy, I don't know him, but like sometimes you gotta be careful what you say on the internet. I can't wait. When is the SEC gonna step into this stuff? You know, because it's interesting. You know, we have like a lot of pumps and dumps. Aren't pumps and dumps illegal? Aren't they supposed to be illegal? I don't know. Maybe. I'll show all of you wins and losses. Dogecoin down 247. I'll keep holding though. Okay, keep holding. Keep holding. Good luck with that. All right, someone needs to jump this kid.
Promise you, none of y'all are willing to put in the work that it takes, man.
And I see this kid. So I'm guessing like his whole thing is to try to be dislikable, right? Because even if you're dislikable, you get attention, and attention is what it is, and whatever it is. I don't know, man. Not really my style. I'm judging off of 2 videos though, so you can't really trust what I'm saying.
Bro, you swear that you
you want to learn.
help, but I promised you, none of y'all are willing to put in the work that it takes, man. Come with me. We're flipping JPEGs
We flipping 1,000%.
for 1,000%, man. And you're still waiting for your mommy to wake you up for school?
It is cringe.
We're out here quantifying
I'm quantifying human psychology.
human psychology to predict market rotations, and you're still refreshing Wall Street bets on market open.
Okay.
Man, it's time to boss up. You need to wake up. It's time to elevate yourself. You've seen this for a reason. Follow me for more.
Follow me for more. That just made me like want to stop this whole thing. So I'm done. I'm pretty much, I've seen enough. I've dove in deep enough into this whole thing. So I'm pretty much done, guys. I've had enough. That's it. Like, subscribe. If you like this stuff, comment down below, let me know. But I feel like my brain is like a fried pepperoni or something right now. But I'll see you guys tomorrow though. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified. Comment down below. DM me on Instagram, type Bryson. More content here. Subscribe here. Peace out. Long-term team is out. I've had enough.